right, so let's take care of this next problem here. So first things first, as always, everybody, first thing we always do, read the question sentence first. Because with problems like this, especially with proportions, you want to look at what's being compared in the question sentence. That's going to give you a big hint in terms of setting up your actual proportion. So everybody help me out here. Get ready to answer this question. Reading the question sentence. If there are 24 folders, how many notebooks are there? Everybody tell me, what are the two things that we compared in that question sentence? If there are 24 folders, how many notebooks are there? What are the two things that we compared? Yeah, we compared folders and notebooks. This is the biggest part of word problems. Ignoring the numbers, looking at what the numbers mean. So take a look. It says right here, we have 24 folders. How many notebooks? So what I'll do before continuing is I'll write this down. I'll write down that we had 24 folders. And that's being compared to an unknown number of notebooks. I don't know how many there are, but that's the name of the game. That's the question we're being asked. If we wanted to, we can use N notebooks. We can use X notebooks. In this case, I'll just use X just to, be simple, but it's fine. And then up next, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take notice of what information I'm given. So starting right over here, I'm going to read in a supply order, the ratio of notebooks to folders is 5:3. Interesting. Everybody, did we just compare the same two things as before here with notebooks and folders? Did we just do that? We absolutely did. That's your biggest hint. When you are comparing the same things in the same ways, you're dealing with a proportion. Now, let me show you where things can go horribly wrong, and I'll show you how I'll make it horribly wrong so you don't have to make the mistake yourself and cry in a corner. Check this out. Everyone, what I'll do, or what most people tend to do, is they tend to go ahead and say, okay, great. I noticed that we have folders and notebooks. We got a proportion. And so when we go ahead and do this, we see that it says, all right, notebooks is 5. That's the first one to the first one. And then second one is folders. Second number is 3. And so some people will go ahead and say, all right, cool. We have 5 for notebooks. And we have 3 for folders. And here's where these mistakes can happen. The mistakes can happen when folks think that if we write it in this way, we're good to write our proportion. 24 to X, 5 to 3. Everyone, yes or no, is that correct? Is that proper? Is that a proper proportion? Unfortunately, the answer is no, absolutely not. Now, tell me why. Tell me why. That's the biggest reason here. Whether you're watching this as a recording at home or here live in class, give me the reason why. Yeah, we're not comparing the same things in the same way. We are comparing the same things. We're comparing notebooks and folders. Check it out. We have folders to notebooks, notebooks to folders. So yeah, absolutely. But what we're not doing is comparing them in the same way. Everyone, what was the first item that I listed up top? Just say it up top. Say it right there out loud in the chat box. Yeah, that's folders first compared to notebooks second. What's the problem down here? That's not folders first. That's notebooks. That is a problem. That's a big problem. So remember, everybody, the main idea is compare the same things in the same way. If you do that, you are golden. Proportions becomes much easier from this point forward. And if you need more time to practice, hey, you're good. I got you. But here we go. Let's do things the right way. Let me exchange the placement of these so that they're correct. Folders on the left, notebooks on the right. Now I'm good. Now I'm comparing the same things in the same way. Here we go. Let me get rid of this blasphemy over here. And let's rewrite things the right way. 24 compared to X. And then we have 3 compared to 5. Boom. Now we're good to go. We can choose to cross multiply and divide. We can choose to try to compare, the same things in the same way. But either way, we're done with the hard part. We got the proportions set up properly. And now if we wanted to solve this quickly, you might notice that to get to x, you can go from top to bottom, or you can go from right to left. And what I'm going to choose to do is I'm going to choose right to left. Because if I look up here, everyone, what do I multiply 3 by to get 24? Oh yeah, that's a nice little convenient situation. 3 times 8 is 24. And that means we have to respect the same comparison on the bottom. Help me out, everybody. What is 5 multiplied by 8? What's that going to be? Oh yeah, that'll be 40. Look at that. That'll give us an easy time. X equals 40. But if we want to show it the proper way, don't worry, I'm not going to be a cheapskate. Here we go. X multiplied by 3, that's 3x. And then we have 120 when we do 24 times 5. Right there. If you knew that with mental math, great. If you didn't, just go ahead and off to the side, you'll do the 24 times 5. But nonetheless, we have 3x equals 20 after the cross multiplication. Divide by 3 on both sides. And that'll end up giving us x equals 40. The same exact correct answer that we got before. Nice and easy. All right, next question up here. So first thing we always do, as always, everybody, read the question sentence first. So here it asks, here's if, yada, yada, yada. Don't worry about that. Right here. The who, what, when, where, how many, which of the following. That's where you want to begin. So how many acres are used? So how many acres are used? Sounds good. Let's highlight that. So that doesn't actually tell us what to do. That doesn't tell us if we should add, subtract, multiply, or divide, because we can word this a million different ways. I could say that, yeah, we used this many acres in plot A, this many acres in plot B. How many are used in total? That would mean add. Or I could say, hey, we have a plot that is 2/4 of an acre in size. If 3/5 of the plot is used for flowers, how many acres are used? So this is asking us for something completely different than addition. Completely different. And it's going to be a very, very inconspicuous keyword that's written right there, the word of. Everyone, when it comes to math, when we are seeing the keyword of, not out of, when we see of, what operation are we doing? Yeah, multiplication. Multiplication. So let me show you exactly how this is going to look. We have 3/5 of the plot, right? 3/5 of the plot. And I've gone ahead and advised you that the keyword of means multiply. So I'll go ahead and just duplicate this, and then I'll use the multiplication operator. And everyone help me out right over here at the end. Can you remind me, please, when we said the plot, how many acres is it again? That plot that they gave us here in the problem? What was the size of that plot in acres? Yeah, 2/4 right here. 2/4 of an acre. So I'll replace the plot with its size, 2/4 of an acre. And now we see clearly that we have a multiplication problem. So most folks will go ahead and multiply straight through, doing it correctly, simplifying at the end. I would rather elect to simplify before we multiply to give myself an easier time. So let's take care of that right here. 2 and 4, both even numbers, both divisible by 2. But after a lot of practice, you'll understand that 2 is half of 4. And so we can really just write 1/2 because that is the simplification. So we have 3/5 multiplied by 1/2, which again, multiply straight across, and we are done. 3 times 1, that'll be 3. 5 times 2, that'll be 10. And so we have 3/10, answer choice C. And there we are.